People don't realize they're dreaming when they arrive there. That's the first thing everyone agrees on. There's no transition, no falling asleep, no blurring of the world. One moment you're somewhere else, a house, a street, a conversation, and the next you're standing on asphalt that feels cold through your shoes. The air is damp, not rain, fog, thick enough to mute sound, but not thick enough to hide distance. You can see far, too far. The place is always the same, a parking lot, empty, wide, lines painted on the ground faded from years of neglect. No cars, no buildings you can enter, just the lot and the fog and a single street light. The light hums softly, not flickering, steady, as if effort is being made to keep it that way. People instinctively walk toward the lamp. They don't know why. It's the only thing that feels anchored. Everything else feels temporary, provisional, as if the world could be rearranged the moment you stop looking at it. When you reach the light, you notice something unsettling. There is no pole. The light exists without support. It hangs at the correct height, casting the correct circle, but nothing holds it up. That's usually when people realize something is wrong. Not frightening, wrong. The fog shifts subtly when you move, not in response, in anticipation. It feels like the place is watching how you behave. There are no signs, no markings, no names, but everyone knows one thing without being told. You can't stay long. No one agrees on how they know. They just do. Staying feels heavy, like holding your breath too long, like being late for something important you don't remember agreeing to. Some people hear a sound, not always, not clearly, a low hum beneath the hum of the light, almost like distant traffic filtered through miles of earth. Others feel a pressure in their ears or a tightening behind the eyes, as if altitude is changing without movement. Most people leave before anything else happens. They wake up, heart racing. The dream fades quickly, except for the image of the lamp, the fog, the emptiness. But a significant number of people don't wake up immediately. They linger. They walk the edges of the lot. They test distance. No matter how far they go, the light remains central. The fog never clears, and the silence grows more intentional. Those people report seeing others, not figures, not clearly, just movement in the fog, shapes where shapes shouldn't be. They never approach. They stay just far enough to be noticed, but not examined. Looking at them feels discouraged, not forbidden, just unproductive, as if the place doesn't want you wasting attention. People who linger too long experience something worse, the realization that they've been here before, not in dreams, in other moments they can't place, pauses in memory, lost time, that strange sense of returning somewhere familiar without knowing how. One man recognized the angle of the fog against the ground. He said it felt like remembering a smell from childhood, a recognition without context. People begin to ask questions. Who built this place? Why a parking lot? Why a single light? The answers don't come, but something changes. The longer you stay, the more you feel observed, not by the figures, by the place itself, as if the location is assessing how long you can remain aware without breaking. Some people try to leave deliberately. They turn away from the light and walk straight into the fog. The fog thickens immediately, sound dulls, distance collapses. After a few steps, they find themselves back under the lamp, not moved, not teleported, corrected. This is when panic begins. Not screaming panic, quiet panic, the kind that makes your thoughts simpler, shorter. Something is wrong. That sentence repeats until it loses meaning. A few people report hearing voices, not speech, direction, a subtle pull, an urge to stand still, to wait. Those people wake up later than the others, much later. They wake with headaches, with nosebleeds, with the certainty that something important was interrupted. Researchers collecting dream reports began noticing something impossible. Descriptions matched too closely. Same layout, same light, same fog density, same unspoken rules. People who had never met used the same phrases. Don't stay too long. It doesn't like when you run. You're not supposed to look for exits. No culture shared these details. No media referenced them. The location predated awareness of itself. Some lucid dreamers tried to control it. They failed. The environment resisted manipulation. The light could not be changed. The fog could not be parted. The ground could not be altered. This was not a projection. It was a destination. People who returned multiple times reported subtle changes. The figures in the fog stood closer. The hum grew louder. The sense of urgency increased, as if the place was running out of patience. One woman described noticing something new on her 5th visit. Faint markings on the asphalt. Not symbols, not letters. Scuff marks. Like footprints that had been walked too many times to count. They didn't go anywhere. They circled the lamp, over and over. She woke screaming. Another man tried something desperate. He lay down on the ground beneath the light. He closed his eyes. He waited. When he woke up in his bed, he felt older, not tired, used, as if time had passed without permission. People who stop dreaming of the place don't feel relief. They feel absence, like being removed from a waiting list they didn't know they were on. They feel watched during waking hours, during pauses, during moments of mental quiet. Some report seeing the light reflected in windows where no street exists. Others feel fog on clear nights, not wet, not cold, just present. The most disturbing reports come from those who return one final time. They describe arriving and immediately knowing this visit is different. The light is brighter. The fog is closer. The shapes don't hide anymore. They stand at the edge of visibility, still indistinct, still patient. The feeling changes. It's no longer about leaving. It's about being chosen. The understanding arrives without explanation. Not everyone wakes up. Not because they die, because they stay. The place doesn't trap you. It invites you to realize you are already there. Every night, between thoughts, between dreams, waiting under the light until you're ready to stop leaving. If you ever dream of the parking lot, remember this. Waking up quickly isn't escaping, it's declining, and the place is very patient,
with people who keep saying no.